Conor Benn got done for steroids. Is that a bit of an epidemic now in boxing?
I think you're just a bit of an idiot, really. Drugs in combat sport is absolutely terrible because you're putting people's lives at risk.
Just before we dive into this rabbit hole, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on.
You said the hate doesn't bother you. For a lot of people that's not the case, and it's really hard for them and they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Obviously there was Caroline Flack who, unfortunately she committed suicide, and a lot of people just really struggle with what other people think about them. So I always like to talk to people who've kind of transcended that and can just brush it off. Can you give a few little tips maybe on how people can do that and care less about what other people think? Yeah,
it's tough. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to sit here and say, oh, don't worry about what they say, just crack on with your day. I'm not trying to do that because obviously people, take it in different ways, but just, the moment you stop caring and stop trying to impress other people is the moment you become 100 times happier. And I've been there. I've worn the t-shirt and that's that. I've tried to impress a million people, but then when you start to impress yourself and start doing things for you, you feel 10 times better. It takes all the pressure off. And I think people just need to understand that a bit more, like, live for you. We only get one crack at this. It's not a dress rehearsal. We don't get to live life and do it again. You only live one life. So don't live your life worrying about what other people's got to say. Live your life for you because you're a long time dead. So, I'm not getting on the side of a depressive conversation, but you are a long time dead and you only get one crack at life. So don't live the life that everybody else wants you to live. Live your own life and make your own moves. I think that's the most important thing I can say, but everybody's different. If you struggle with negativity, struggle with comments, there's great people, amazing people out there that you can speak to, and get through it. You can get through anything just by talking, the same thing that we're doing now. But I genuinely think the more people don't care about what other people's opinions are, they become a lot happier. And like I say, live your own life, not other people's.
So you just mostly don't read stuff online, you're not in the comments, and you don't read social media much?
Not at all. No. When I post on Instagram, I don't read my comments. I don't check my message requests because I'm not really bothered. Because 9 times out of 10, it's all down to jealousy and there's a lot of bad messages in there. And for the odd previous times that I've looked, it's not been great. It's been horrible messages. So why am I gonna read that knowing full well what's there and have a bad day myself? I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not interested. I do what I have to on Instagram. I update people with what's going on. I show them little bits of my life, and for me personally, that's all social media is for. To get up, well, mine is anyway, to give those people an insight to what I get up to in a day, when my next fight is, when I'm next training. I don't have Instagram to scroll through comments and hate on people and send nasty messages. I don't agree with that. Never have done before, and it's not something that I understand. I don't know. People must have an awful lot of free time. That's all I can say. But we should be bringing each other up, not pulling each other down. Everybody's quick to comment on things that they want to, but it's not a nice thing. And I think people just need to take a minute and reflect on what they're doing and realise that it's not nice to do that. It's not a nice thing to put somebody down. Especially over social media, because a lot of these people would say it behind the text but wouldn't say it to your face.
Definitely wouldn't say it to you, would they?
This is it, isn't it? I mean, I've got probably 99 plus messages in my inbox. 99 of them are bad, but then everybody that comes up to me on the street, oh, you're nice and fine. I think you probably called me an hour ago. So I don't know. You can't read into it at all.
Why do you think people do that? Why are they the keyboard warrior?
I don't know. I mean, I come from a family. I'm an old school man. If you've got a problem with somebody, you go out and settle it. And you settle it that way. You don't settle it over sending nasty text messages to each other. That's just, I don't know what that is. I'm a man of my word. I'm an old school man, like I said, and none of that has ever appealed to me. I'm having an argument over someone over text. If you're gonna do something and have an argument, at least pick the phone up, arrange to meet somewhere, and get it straightened out like men.
So have you done that then? You've had a fight in a car park and straighten things out like men?
No, I haven't, because I don't surround myself with bad people. I've probably I can count my friends on one hand. And I trust every single one of them in my life. I'm around people that I trust, that are there for my best interests. I'm not around anyone that has got it in for me, who want to cause trouble. I live a very simple life. Everyone around me is 110%, or else they wouldn't be around me. Obviously, everyone's familiar with my dad. He runs a tight ship, and that's how you've got to be. You've got to have a small circle, but trust everybody in there. And that's how you kind of eliminate yourself from those problems.
So recently, Conor Benn got done for steroids in boxing. So a couple of things on that. Is that a bit of an epidemic now in boxing, and is that tarnish your boxing a bit, do you think?
So I can't really speak on Conor Benn because I don't know Conor in that way. I'm not sure what's going on with the situation. Obviously, you see it on the headlines and stuff, but you know, me knowing that headlines aren't always the truest thing, I can't really comment on his situation. But as for drugs in sports, you know, it's always going to be there. You know, I think it's stupid to say that it's not. Of course, it's always going to be there. But I think when you're doing, you know, performance-enhancing drugs in boxing and in combat sports, I think you're just a bit of an idiot, really, a bit of a fool, because you're messing with people's lives. You know, people not taking drugs, and you know, two normal people not on anything can die in that ring. So basically, you want to take some drugs to get one up on your opponent and put his life in danger. You know, yeah, we're in the fight game, yeah, we're in the hurt business, but we're not trying to kill anybody. You know, me, Tyson, you know, everybody in our family, we say a team prayer before we go out to the ring. And that is, may God protect us both, may let the best man win, and may us both all return to our family safe and sound. That's all I want to do in boxing. I'm not looking to kill anybody in boxing. I'm not looking to put anybody at risk of that. You know, I want a fair, clean fight, 24/7, all the way around the board. And I feel like that's the way everybody should be. But some people, you know, we all don't think the same. But I think drugs in combat sport is absolutely terrible because you're putting people's lives at risk. And that's just something you don't do.
Hey, quick, before you go, if you want to watch the full, raw, uncut version of this episode in detail, no holds barred, you can watch it here. But before you go, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on.